All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We are super excited to be part of the SIPPIO Fleet Week. Grateful for the opportunity to come and share what we're doing with SIPPIO in market. So my name is Ernie Labarra, Chief Growth Officer here at Solgari, based in Southeast Florida. My colleague will join me a little later and show the actual product demonstration. But I'm here to just give you a little background on the company and to share a use case where we've gone to market with SIPPIO, with Operator Connect, Direct Route, integrated into Teams to serve a large university up in Canada. So just a little background on Solgari. Our mission and purpose is really to turn Microsoft Teams into the world's best customer engagement solution, and we do that with unparalleled speed, no hefty, expensive systems integration projects, and allowing you to maximize the investment you've made as a customer in Microsoft Teams and in Azure, right? So, and really, when we get involved with SIPPIO and the end customer, we're really trying to help them deliver and democratize an exceptional customer service, fan experience, student experience, with Teams being that endpoint where we deliver everything, all channel communication into that endpoint, right? And we do that very effectively, lower the cost of ownership and reduce risk. We're certified by Microsoft as an application that sits in Teams and Dynamics. We might integrate out of the box with your standard CRM, so there's no lengthy integration process there. So CRMs included out of the box today are Salesforce, HubSpot, Microsoft Dynamics, ServiceNow, some of the standard ones that we integrate to out of the box, right? And the other thing I'd like to point out is that wherever Azure is available globally, we are there, right, with our solution, and we've embedded AI into our application. So leveraging a lot of the services that are in Azure to bring conversational summaries, transcription, sentiment analysis right into that Teams interface across all of your interactions. The solution sets, as you can see here on this screen, we're an omnichannel, so a lot of what we're seeing in the market today is voice in Teams, but we see a lot of our customers wanting to bring SMS and WhatsApp and chat experiences to life, right, on their digital front doors. Right? It might be a website where you offer up some automation, using Copilot Studio, and then when that experience reaches a point where it can't assist the customer any longer, we're able to route that into a customer service and or sales professional in the organization using Teams. And that could be the Teams client, or it could be, in a lot of instances, that mobile sales or field service person that's using Teams mobile. So we work in all of the endpoints where Teams is available. That's web, client, and mobile. Again, with everything being written back as far as customer interactions, customer data, being written back to that case management system. You can see on the bottom that ServiceNow, HubSpot, Salesforce, and Dynamics. So, and again, all of that sits inside your Microsoft Azure environment, wherever that's available. We go to market today through scale partners and we do have customers in 46 different countries today. So you can see those up here on the screen. I'll call out, obviously, SIPPIO, our partner today, that we're highlighting, and some of the work we've done with them. So we have a tremendous amount of partner support, not only here in the States, but abroad in Europe, Asia. And you can see some of the customers that we've gone to market with on the left. What we're seeing as far as challenges across the market is, customers are expecting personalized, flexible, great experiences. Hard to do that when you have legacy systems in place that are disjointed and data is not available. So, we're able to deliver in that endpoint, which is Teams, all channel communications. Again, AI is just embedded in everything that we do. And we see a lot of enterprises taking disparate applications. It could be a voice, bringing it into Teams, a voice application like Mitel or Avaya or Cisco, bringing that into Teams with SIPPIO's direct route operator connect service, voice enabling Teams, voice enabling that customer engagement capability for your frontline support staff. And then other applications, so you might be using a third-party app for SMS and a third-party app for chat. We're bringing a lot of that, those disparate applications again into that experience inside Solgari for Teams. And then this is a great use case of SIPPIO working together with Solgari to deliver for Thompson University and their 27,000 students, a really great experience that's delivered in Teams. What Thompson River, when they came to SIPPIO and said, "Hey, we're challenged what we have with our legacy Mitel phone system. It's not connected to a lot of our back end environments," and they wanted to really modernize that experience, that telephony environment into Teams. So SIPPIO engaged with Solgari. SIPPIO obviously brought a lot of that voice network capability to Teams. Our app just dropped into the Teams tenant for Thompson River University, and we delivered this AI customer engagement capability directly into Teams, very fast, very rapid, helping to solve that problem with that legacy Mitel application that's out there. We also delivered out of the box our Solgari Copilot that's doing, again, transcription, summarization, and doing a sentiment analysis across all channels. And the other thing I think that's important with Thompson River, they came to us, came to SIPPIO and the partner and said, "Hey, we have a mandate to automate 35% of our interactions very quickly within the next 6 to 9 months." So we are on that journey with them to leverage Copilot Studio that we just integrate to out of the box to deliver, again, whether that's coming through the website and or through a voice experience, we're able to automate 35% of those transactions and help them with that mandate that came from their CIO. The other thing that was important to Thompson River was the ability to keep all of their data locally in country, right? So that was a Canada First initiative where all of their call recordings, all interactions stay in country. So SIPPIO and Solgari, deployed locally in that Azure environment in country, and again, all of that data resides in country in their tenant. So with that, I'll turn it over to a presentation demo of Solgari for Teams.
So the first thing, I guess, to know about Solgari for Teams, what we bring into Teams are all of the additional communication channels that aren't natively within Teams. So obviously, when you're in Teams, you have your chats. So you can kick off a chat with teammates, kick off swarms. You have all of your standard functionality, OneDrive, all access to your files, access to your calendar. In Microsoft Teams. So what Solgari does, first of all, you'll see Solgari down here on the left-hand pane. So we're just an app. We're just a native integration within Teams. It's not an add-on, it's not a bolt-on. It's just a native set of functionality. And what it brings in addition to what's already in Teams, then, first of all, are all the other channels. So you'll see here examples of all the different communications that I've had with, in this case, Emma Johnson, which is just a demo environment to give you a sense of what it can do. So you can see that in addition to any conversations that I could have with Emma in Teams, so a direct one-to-one Teams call, for example, I can also, with Emma now, staying within Teams, receive and send voice messages. So I can talk to Emma, have a voice call over PSTN. I have email, I have SMS, I have social channels. So in this case, we have WhatsApp, WeChat, and Line, which are used substantially in Asia. And then we have a chatbot. So out of the box, immediately available to somebody who installs Solgari within Teams, you're adding omnichannel. So any channel that the client wants to contact them on, including their standard Microsoft email and Teams chat, we provide that. It's all pre-integrated. It just works. And so you can see here examples of the phone call that I had with Emma earlier, and also the Solgari Copilot, which is the first example of our very pragmatic AI that's baked into our product. Is we're recording the call, and that means then that the AI can create the transcript and a summary of all calls. So that saves whoever's taking the call from having to write handwritten notes, or even notes on the PC. It just means they can concentrate on the call. We also have the ability then to chat with somebody through WhatsApp. Another fantastic example of really pragmatic AI is the WhatsApp also does language translation live. So Emma might be a native French speaker, might be speaking to me, and I don't speak French, but Emma can actually be chatting away in French on her WhatsApp, and I'm just getting those messages directly translated into my Teams inbox in English. I answer in English, it gets translated and shows back up to Emma in French. So again, another example of very pragmatic AI that is just baked into our product. You can see for all of these calls the sentiment analysis over the call, so you get a sense of how the call is going. There's an example of an email conversation. So the first thing to know about Solgari is that we bring all of those other channels out the box, pre-integrated, straight into your standard Microsoft Teams environment. So we just light up all this extra rich capability in standard Teams. We're native, we're certified by Microsoft. These are not bolt-ons, these are not plugins. This is just additional functionality. How you get that functionality, if you go to the bottom here in the apps, Solgari is simply a Microsoft certified app. You just download the app, then it appears here. There's some rules and configuration get done in the back end by our team. You make a transaction through Marketplace, for example, and you can be up and running in a matter of hours. So that's the first thing to know, what we bring and how easily we bring that. The next thing then that I think is of significant value is that having had all of those different conversations across all of those different channels, what we're also doing is we're writing those straight into the CRM. In this case, I'm using Microsoft Dynamics 365. You could be using Salesforce or HubSpot or another leading CRM. But the important part is you know that the record, that the timeline, that every conversation across every channel is being captured and written straight into the CRM. Incredibly productive and helpful. The other thing that's doing is that then is storing all of that unstructured data into a single data store, which then allows the AI to do what it does best. Finding needles in haystacks, for example. AI is fantastic at summarizing calls, giving you the transcript really accurately. The things that I showed you earlier, like the real-time translation. But what it also means that once you've got all of those conversations stored into your CRM, not only can our AI provide those services natively out the box, we also feed, if you like, the Microsoft AI. So you can see in this case, this is the Microsoft Copilot. It is reading over all of those conversations that now sit in its database, and it is able to provide an overall summary of, it could be a month's worth of calls. So imagine how helpful that is if you're either a customer service agent or you're a salesperson dealing with a client, and literally everything about the conversation that you've been having with your client is available to you at your fingertips. So the writing all of those omnichannel communications into the CRM is the next really significant thing that Solgari does out the box, certified by Microsoft, certified by the other CRM providers. And again, the benefit you can see here on the left-hand panel is I'm still in Teams. So I'm even accessing the dynamic CRM records from within my Teams application. So for a user, this idea of remaining within the flow of work, not shifting between applications, really drives productivity. It just makes it a much more impactful place to work. You can see based on my availability that is completely synced with the Microsoft environment. So if I'm available in my Microsoft environment, whether that's Teams or 365, that is also directly connected to my Solgari environment, and vice versa. If I'm busy in Solgari on a call, that will also put me busy in Teams. So really native integration. The other things then I just wanted to show you is how else we then really enable organizations. One of the biggest challenges that lots of companies are having right now, lots of your customers I'm sure, is everybody knows that AI is the next big thing. One of the challenges is how do I actually practically roll out AI into my business so I can give real business benefit. My users will adopt it. My board will be happy that I took the decision. Well, straight away, the number one use case right now for practical AI is in customer engagement. And you've just seen examples that I've shown you there of how we use AI, the tools that we roll out. Microsoft themselves, the co-pilots, we can also feed the Microsoft co-pilots. So those are all very pragmatic out-the-box examples, so people can really see AI in use. But the other thing is, once you've got this rich data store, what you can then start to do as a partner for your clients, as a client themselves, or of course we'll continue to develop our own AI and AI agents, but as you can start to then roll out agents. And this year, 2025 has been called the year of the AI agent. And it's easy to see why, and it really is going at a pace. So I've just got a couple of examples of very simple AI agents here. That these are written within Microsoft's Copilot Studio, so they show up in Microsoft Teams. So again, I'm staying in Teams, and these agents are able to access either, in this case, of the customer service information. That might be that the agent has got access to, a month or a day's worth or a week's worth of calls on the inbound into the inbound customer service team, and then rather than just relying on dashboards or operational reporting, which that might tell you about the number of calls dropped or the time spent on the calls, what this will find in a heartbeat are the insights from that day. So just asking it for an executive summary in native, English language, identifying the top issues, causes of dissatisfaction, maybe some of the agent performance, maybe some feedback for engineering. So this could be any query in natural language. And AI is amazing at finding those insights hidden deep in a massive unstructured data. So incredibly powerful, great example there of customer service, an agent that is looking over all of their unstructured, all of their calls held in their database, and then being able to run a query like that, and in a matter of seconds returning that level of insight. Another example, and this is one for our partners like you, is we've developed the Solgari Sales Coach. This is an agent which is has been trained on all of our sales materials, all of our value propositions, our architectural documents, our pricing, and is able to then answer frequently asked questions by yourself or by your clients. But you can actually treat this as a coach. You might be on a call with a prospect, or you might have been on in a back and forth over email, and they've asked you, hey, tell me a little bit more about Solgari in a particular context. Have they got any examples of clients in our industry? How do they compare with, we're looking at another product, we're looking at, NICE or Genesis. How does Solgari compare to NICE CX1, for example? We don't expect you guys to remember, that level of detail, and rather than you having to then necessarily pick up the phone all the time to our team, this is the Solgari Sales Coach is available to you 24/7, and see it as exactly that. It's a coach. It's there to answer your questions. It's also there you can test out pitches on it. and we make this available here natively. This is in Teams. We can publish it in Teams, and then we also have an option where it's available to you in ChatGPT. So just some examples of, one, the fact that, with Solgari, what we're bringing are all of those channels directly into Teams, so adding to the native Teams channels already there. Two, we're writing and storing all of those conversations straight into the Dynamics in this case, or Salesforce or any other CRM. And three, the pragmatic AI that we roll out of the box, and then the opportunities that we give to you as partners, your clients, plus what we're going to build, which is the unbelievable opportunity now to build more AI-based and AI agent-based solutions.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium is one of the busiest buildings in the world. Our customers contact us through a variety of ways. We have to constantly be on our feet, innovate continuously to make sure that we are giving a white glove experience to our fans as they enter our building each and every day.
We are very much a Microsoft shop here. We utilize the Microsoft stack like a lot of businesses out there, so our associates are very comfortable with Teams, CRM, all these, I would say, foundational tools that most businesses use. The challenge we had before is we had a fragmented system of tools, all being used together to create that customer experience from the sales all the way to the attendance of an event. But what Solgari has done is kind of bridged that. It's brought it all together. It has allowed our agents to literally open Microsoft Teams, use the tools they're comfortable with, communicate with the associates that may not be in sales and service, and our customers. So the seamless experience and process that our agents have right now is hands down faster and much more efficient than we've ever had before. Utilizing our Microsoft stack in addition to the Solgari integration has really created much more efficiency than we've ever had in the past. Rather than hopping between several applications, having to access data in several places, we're really pulling it all into one place.
We wanted to be able to give our staff, our agents, our associates the ability to have a better work-life balance. And being able to do that through all of these tools working together, we can do that.
Prior to Solgari, we were more reactionary in our technology. With today's age of technology and information, we have to move fast. We have to innovate. We have to be able to access things that we need in a matter of seconds. And I think that's where the AI component of pulling in the CRM data, associating it with the customers, integrated in the collaboration tools we already use enterprise-wide has really made it an efficient process for us. Artificial intelligence is only going to be as good as the data you're putting in, right? With Solgari and the implementation of AI and just all the ways it connects data points, it gets the information faster to our agents. It associates information together that maybe we didn't have in the past. That gives us a much better approach at giving the customer the best experience possible, getting the information they need and delivering a world-class experience from the sales side all the way to attending the event.
If there's any need to reach out to us, you can always contact us at sales@solgari.com, or feel free to reach out to your SIPPIO support and/or sales representative. They know how to get a hold of us. Thank you again to the SIPPIO team for having us as part of Fleet Week. We value the partnership and we look forward to working together in the future. Thank you.